Hello everyone, and thank you for taking a moment with Mel. As you can tell, I have on my nurse shirt today, so we're going to talk about something related to health. We're going to talk about men's health today, and we're going to talk about heart disease. Now, heart disease is the leading cause of death in men. If you have high blood pressure or if you have diabetes, you have an increased chance of having heart disease. When was the last time you went to see the doctor? Do you know what your blood pressure is? Do you know what your blood sugar is? Remember that I said before that most medications treat the symptoms. You are not cured. You know that you're not cured because if you take something away, the symptoms themselves come back. The things that you used to do in your 20s, by the time you get to your late 30s or your 40s or your 50s, you're not going to be able to do them anymore because your body is going to need a better diet. Your body is going to need exercise, and your body is going to need extra rest. Sometimes we try not to get the rest that we need. You might take something like a Red Bull. Now, a Red Bull, you have to be very, very careful with if you have high blood pressure because it does increase your blood pressure, and sometimes it could have fatal consequences to it. So if you are either uncontrolled or you do not know what your blood pressure is, you need to know what your blood pressure is and have it under control if you even think about doing that. So caution in regards to Red Bull. TIA or mini strokes. Those are things that you might think are not very harmful if you have them. TIA is a transient ischemic attack. That is also called a mini stroke. It's where you had stroke symptoms, you went to the hospital, they might have resolved, they gave you medications. One of the things with that is an indication that there is something wrong with your circulation. And it might be something that went away, you might be put on medication, but it is an indication that there is something wrong with your circulation and you have to pay attention to that. You have to change your diet, you have to start exercising, you have to get more rest. Anytime there is something wrong with your circulation, you have serious issues going on. When I was in nursing school, my mom used to work at one of the local hospitals, and it was very puzzling to me that when I was in the hospital, when we had younger people that had heart attacks, that most of the time they died, and when we had older people, some of the times, more times than the younger people, they actually lived after the heart attack. And it just bothered me, and it kept on bothering me. So I asked my mom to ask one of the doctors that she worked with, why is that? And they explained to her, and she explained to me, what is called collateral circulation. Collateral circulation is different pathways that your body finds to go around a blockage when it has it, let's say, in your heart. So as you get older, your body is able to find those pathways. If you have a block here, it goes around and it finds another way to circulate that blood. But when you're younger, your body has not had the time to develop those alternate pathways, and that is why when you have younger people, most of the time a lot of times, they end up dying from heart attacks as opposed to when you have older people, and sometimes they are able to survive. So, in a nutshell, what we want to know is if you have high blood pressure, if you have diabetes, you have to pay attention, extra attention to your health. Just because you're taking medication, it doesn't mean that you can slack off on your diet, slack off on your exercise. You also need to get your stress level down as much as possible. Now, another thing that might be of benefit for you to know is that, remember, circulation goes all throughout your body, and men with hypertension are twice as likely to have impaired penile blood flow. That means that circulation that's going all over your body, it goes down into your member also, so that could cause some issues in that department. So if that is what gets you on track with your diet and your exercise, let it be that, because everybody wants to be happy in that area also. We're just trying to make sure that you stay healthy, and part of that is knowing your numbers related to your blood pressure and related to your blood sugar, so that you can decrease your chances of heart disease. And if you do have those problems, you can stay on top of them so that you can stay healthy and you can live a long and happy life.